Good morning, y'all. We are meeting together in my office slash great room in my house, where I've spent most of my days um, during this pandemic crisis thing. But it is Wednesday, March 24th, something like that, 25th. We lose track of days when life is like this. Wednesday, March 25th, and today's the devotion. And once again, basing it off of The Cup of Our Life by Joyce Rupp. This time we're doing today's devotional, My Cup of Tears. And the whole devotion is about lament. It's about going to God when we're have sorrow, when we have troubles, and that being okay. A lot of times we think when um, we are upset or we angry, we just need to internalize it. We don't need to vocalize it to our friends, to our spouse, to our loved ones, to God, because Christians shouldn't get angry. Christians should always be nice. Christians should always be um, fill in the blank, whatever. But we're human, and things happen that bring sorrow into our lives. We cry. We have sadness. We have death, disease, loneliness, depression, whatever that may be. And it's okay to go to God. Some points as I've read this that I've just kind of thought through is, first of all, life stinks sometimes. Um, we have death. We have right now a lot of people are probably fighting loneliness because they're quarantined in their house and can't leave, possibly not even for groceries, depending. Um, but we also, I know people who've lost their jobs, heard of people losing their jobs because of an economic slowdown. They work in the service industry, or their job was laying them off. Um, in hopes that when this is over, they can rehire them as things speed up. But um, there's a grieving, there's a sorrow there. And we get angry, we get mad. And it's okay to get mad, thank God. It's okay to get angry. Um, it's okay to be ticked off. It's okay to be ticked off at other people. When the hoarding was going on, thankfully, it looks like grocery stores are somewhat back to normal. Um, it was easy and it was okay to get angry at people. I mentioned again the poster child for hoarding, the dude in Tennessee with 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer looking to price gouge and fill a need, quote unquote. And it's okay to be mad and be upset. It's justified. And it's okay when we are fearful of our safety and our family safety and possibly health and lives, to be angry and to be ticked off, and to be ticked off at God, because the takeaway is God is big enough to handle that. God is, not too small that God is going to be, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so fearful, or we're going to hurt God's feelings. God is more than big enough to handle our uh, laments. There's a whole book of the Bible called Lamentations that is um, Jeremiah lamenting over the state of things. You may, decide to exchange the word lament with whining and whatever, but there's a whole book. It's okay. Look at the Psalms. The Psalms are full of people lamenting and complaining to God. I was just reading this morning Psalm 102. Hear my prayer, Lord. Let me cry for help come to you. Do not hide your face from me when I am in distress. Turn your ear to me when I call. Answer me quickly. And then the psalm goes on, and the psalmist is describing their problem. But look how it starts. God, don't you dare turn your face from me. Don't look at me when I'm talking to you. Answer me, Lord. Don't leave me out here um, with no answer. This is in the Bible. This is a psalm. Someone ticked off at God at the sorrow, and they have no other recourse but to go to their Creator and their Savior to ask for help. But even starting that with a lament and complaining about their problem. Let your frustrations out, particularly right now. Don't hold them inside. Um, we have enough stress as it is. We don't need to just internalize all that stress. Talk to people. Talk to your loved ones. If you're not able to at the time, talk to God, and God will hear. Cry out to God. God will take your tears, bottle them. If anything, the story of Jesus and raising Lazarus from the dead teaches us that Jesus weeps with us too. God grieves with us. God is pained by human suffering. That's comforting. You know, we have a God not who just looks at us stone faced like Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory, who cannot relate. We have a God who can relate, who's there with us, who is surrounding us with his arms, who is loving us and crying with us. One quote really that I want to bring out is from Joyce Rupp's book. I realize now that not being honest with God about my situation only added to my anger and hostility. Keeping it all inside, trying to hide it, benefited no one and only generated more self-pity and resentment. So if you are resentful, if you are upset, not just about COVID-19 and the quarantine, that kind of rhymes, the COVID-19 quarantine. Um, but whatever, if you're scared, if you're worried, if you're upset, don't internalize it. Talk to people, talk to God. Express how you feel because that's what we're here for. Also, it's going to be a beautiful day. So get outside if you can, walk around your neighborhood, go to the park, hike around the trails, walk around the walking trail, get some exercise, get some fresh air, and just enjoy your day. Thanks, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't isolate yourself, reach out to others, ask them how they're doing, and then tell them how you're doing as well. Bye.